What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Appreciate everyone's support. Getting lots of new people in the Discord, lots of questions on Twitter. So we're going to go over some of the XRP charts today and what I was talking about as far as key areas we need to hold, supports that we can't break. We're also going to do that for Bitcoin, take a quick look at Ethereum, and then today I'm also just going to go over 3 other coins that I am accumulating some of right now, just because nobody's talking about them, and they are starting to get towards the bottom of a potential symmetrical triangle on all 3. So if you like that, if you like the content, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I went ahead and threw the army helmet on Richard over here because, you know, you got to have diamond hands and you got to know when it gets red. Doesn't mean you need to sell. It means you just need to wait or accumulate more. So if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian. Links for Twitch, Discord, all the goodies down below. But let's go ahead and get started on CoinMarketCap. Right now, the current market cap is $2.23 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still falling. We've got sideways trading on Bitcoin. And then a lot of the alts are still pumping and some are trading sideways. So right now in our biggest gainers, or what I would say are the ones we need to start taking profits on because they are moving quite fast. And then here's my shopping list. And in this list here, one of them that we'll be going over today is Kucoin token. But before we do that, let's go ahead and hit Bitcoin dominance. So if you follow me on Twitter, I posted this chart about 2 weeks ago, and then I updated it again when we broke through this key level right at around 53, 75, 54-ish. And the reason I say this is important, if we look back in time, back here at 2017, we can see that right here we had lots and lots of support, We kind of had dump, relief rally, dump. We came back up. We didn't get back over where our first relief rally was, and then we plummeted. And when we fell through this support here, this is where we had a huge alt season. Alt season came up. Bitcoin started to pick back up in 2018, 2019 to where we are now. And we had this little bitty head and shoulders pattern form right here with the neckline either being right around the 61 or somewhere here in the 57 region. Well, we broke the 51, which was support here, and now we are, 61, and now we broke through the 57, which was the last bit of support for the short term. Now, if we look back in time, the next support was this big one here at 54. If we were to fall through this, we could see an alt season similar to the one we saw in 2017, where we're talking 1,000 to 4,000% gains in some of these cryptos. If we take a measured move of this head and shoulders pattern from here down to here, it puts us somewhere around the 40 to 41 region, which is right in this zone here. So if Bitcoin dominance drops to this point, this is where I would be trying to take profits on a lot of my altcoins, depending on where they are in their own technical and fundamental areas. The other situation that could occur is we could bounce right here, especially with Bitcoin potentially moving to the upside. And if this was to happen, we could have a bounce up, a rejection, and then come back down. And this doesn't mean that Bitcoin's just coming down to here. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going down in value. It could also be going up. It just means that there's just as much money going into altcoins at the exact same time. And if we look over here at, let me find that chart. Where's the total? So here's the total market cap for all of crypto, and we're sitting at the 2+ trillion area. Well, here's the crypto market cap for all coins except for Bitcoin, and we are at over $1 trillion. So altcoins in their own is worth over $1 trillion as of right now. So that's a huge thing for the crypto space as a whole, right? Bitcoin is, as of now, still the big dog, but the crypto space as a whole is getting bigger and altcoins are getting their time to shine. So this is a key level I want to see if we close in the next 3.5 days here. If we were to hold here and come up, then we could see a big pump on Bitcoin. April is typically a very, very good month for Bitcoin. So knowing that, let's go over the 3 altcoins that I was talking about just quickly, not anything too crazy. My first one is Crypto.com. If you haven't already, I think it's one of the easiest ways to get into crypto because you get a debit card. I actually just upgraded to the purple one, but here's the cool little metal card. And you just have to stake some CRO tokens. I do have a referral link. It is down below if you're interested. But if we just look at this here, look how long we have consolidated within this symmetrical triangle. We have been in here for 50 days. And now we broke out yesterday and confirmed here on the 4-hour. So if we switch this to the daily, we can see that we are forming what could be a bullish hammer candle if we were to stay at least above this resistance or support, resistance turn to support at around 2380, 2375. And we could see a move all the way up to potentially around the 38 to 40 cent region for CRO. So very, very handy platform, very easy to buy and sell crypto. So if you believe in these exchanges, this is a coin that could definitely make some moves. Going back to another exchange, this is the Kucoin token. The Kucoin token is very similar in the way that the Huobi token, the Binance token and all them work. They have a smaller supply, and if we know what happened with Binance stayed down at the bottom for a long time before it pumped to the upside. Like, let's go to Binance coin just real quick here, and it stayed at around this $12 to $20 range for a long time, and then all of a sudden it broke 50, and now we're where we're at now, where it's at $500+. This coin here has a total max supply of 170 million. And, you know, if you hold so many, you can get referral bonuses, lots and lots of stuff with the Binance Smart Chain. Just like with that, Kucoin is doing things that are very, very similar. The coin is, let me find it real quick here. Again, very similar, same max supply. And they're doing the exact same goals with this coin. So this Kucoin doesn't have anywhere near the volume that Binance does. However, in the future it could, and at $16 I think it is a steal, especially after the previous pump that we had. We haven't been consolidating that long, just a couple days, but you know, we already hit the $20 point here. We've been going sideways for 6 days. We're getting really good support on the golden pocket of this fib retracement from the last pump, and you know, the next leg up could put us upwards of $26 to $27, and in the future much higher. So the third one I want to talk about is HBAR. HBAR has this beautiful W pattern that is forming. Lots of potential, very good platform. Definitely something to keep in your long-term hodl bag. But if you're trying to make some money in the short term, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we could see a pump up to 62 cents, maybe 75 cents, just from this breakout. And there are, just like the XRP community, there are HBAR people, ride or dies, okay? So with that much sentiment and that much going for the platform as a whole, definitely I think is a good buy. So let's go ahead and just move to Bitcoin real quick. In the short term, if we look at Bitcoin like on the daily chart, we can see that Bitcoin is starting to gain some momentum. We had the Coinbase IPO yesterday. We did have a little bit of a sell-off. Bitcoin did break out of this symmetrical triangle that we were in for a long time. Let's see, at least from way back here, so 47 days. And we've been very sideways for around a month. We broke out, we confirmed, and now we are in this uptrend. Well, if we look at this uptrend, I know a lot of people on YouTube are getting very bearish, and I think it's still in the mixed area. We have this little diamond pattern forming here, typically a bearish pattern. However, as we're going up, we are following this channel and respecting the EMA ribbons. So if here in the next, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours, we start to fall off this bottom support, then I'll start to flip bearish in the short term. And I think that we'll only just come back down to retest the previous all-time high at around 61,000. What was it? 6178, 62,000. And I think that'll just be about as low as we go, just to confirm that. But we've already done that. If we look here, let me find this line right here, you can see resistance, we fell down. We came up, back down, now it's support, and now here we are. So everybody was very bullish yesterday, Coinbase IPO, but it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. We had the sell-off. Now a lot of people are flipping bearish. And what typically happens when that happens? The opposite. So, you know, don't flip bearish just yet. I guarantee you that when we get back to about right here, we'll at least have a pop-off. If we come up and then have an immediate sell-off and drop below, okay, then maybe wrong and it is bearish. But as of right now, I still think we are going pretty well. We're building a lot of support here, just like we built a lot of support here. The problem is we don't have as much support in this area. But if we can hold the support here and go up, Bitcoin is going to take off. And right now, so many people are in profit on Bitcoins. Of course, it has to trade sideways. So for right now, my goal and target is still up here at around $70,000 from the breakout of this symmetrical triangle. So, but in the immediate short term, maybe by tomorrow or the next day, we could be getting close to setting new all-time highs of around 67, 68,000 by the end of the week. But for now, you just got to hang tight and see what's going on for that. For Ethereum, we have already hit my targets. I had two targets. One was at 2375 or 2350 right here at the fib line. The next one was at 2475. And that would have been a breakout of this ascending triangle. And if we look, this measured move puts us right up here. So if you haven't taken profits on ETH, I recommend doing so. Again, I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice, but if you've held ETH from $200 and you haven't taken any profits, you might as well take some. And when it comes back down to retrace, you can buy some more in. Maybe it won't, but don't take 100% profits. But in the end, if you don't ever take anything out, have you really made anything yet, right? So both targets have been met. ETH has gone up on a roar over the past couple of days, especially with the news of the Berlin upgrade. We're up 13% in the past couple days. So personally, I think that Ethereum probably needs to cool off a little bit, at least stay sideways between the $2,400 to $2,500 area, just like Ethereum likes to do. But personally, both of my targets have been met, so I have sold out at least 50% of my ETH into alts, and then when ETH consolidates for a bunch, I'll sell those back into ETH, take the next wave up, and I just go back and forth, back and forth. So for right now, waiting on ETH. Now, XRP, I've had a lot of people ask me that they think XRP is done, and about, I think yesterday at around $1.73 when it came down again, people were saying that they were going to sell to consolidate lower. Not a bad strategy if you've made tons of gains. However, patience is what is key when it comes to crypto, right? So I've had XRP since around 14 to 18 cents, and I've accumulated more and more and more, taking profits in the 50s to 70 cents because, we hadn't broke the 80-cent resistance, and I've just gone back and forth to accumulate a bigger and bigger portfolio. But looking at XRP right now, we can see here on the 4-hour that we had symmetrical triangle, broke up. Symmetrical triangle, broke up. And if we look right now, what are we doing? We are forming, again, another symmetrical triangle. Now, we can draw this in many different ways. We can go all the way to the bottom of the wicks. But either way, we are forming another triangle, which is a bullish continuation pattern. We are respecting the EMA ribbons here, and we haven't shown any signs that we are done and that there isn't anything left for XRP, right? If we look down here on just the momentum waves, we can see that during each triangle, we got really, really overextended, printed a sell signal, we came down, came back up, printed another sell, created some bearish divergence, which is upwards trend, downwards RSI, but then got back up, did it again, and now here we are. We're down here at the bottom of this momentum wave on the 4-hour because we have consolidated now for, let's see, this one consolidated for 3 days, 4 hours. This one consolidated for about 2 days. And now where are we at right now? We're at 1 day, 12 hours. Well, what happened during the last little section of each one of these triangles? Momentum started to pick back up. If you're coming in right now trying to short XRP, they're probably going to screw you. When you come in right here and you try to long XRP, you're going to get screwed, right? Because everybody who waited and took their time, waited for interest and things to come back, they're the ones who are making money and making profits. So I posted a chart on Twitter, and this chart here shows the hourly candlesticks for XRP, and it shows the same EMA ribbons. And every time right here, we've had a bullish cross on the MACD after we broke out of the pattern, bullish cross on the MACD, we broke out of the symmetrical triangle because it rode the top to confirm and build more support before breaking out, making sure everybody was on the same page trading-wise. First time we had a 24% correction, went up. This time we had a 13.5% correction, went up. And now this one we had 24% correction, 22% correction. And if you look and we zoom in, what is it doing? It is getting back above the EMA ribbon. It is breaking out of this top resistance that was the symmetrical triangle. It has good support on the bottom side. And what did we have? We have a cross on the MACD. Also, if we look at the RSI, we scroll all the way back, the RSI got to as low as about 41, 42 during this correction. Moved to the second correction. We got to about 46 before it started to go up. Here we formed a beautiful double bottom right at around 40, 41, which is the bottom that we had on this 23% correction. This one was 22%. And now we are heading to the upside. So in my opinion, until we break this trend line here, if we keep this MACD cross on the hourly, which we may come up, come back down, bounce, just like we did here, came up, came down, bounced, and then momentum started to come back in. We also have this reverse head and shoulders on the MACD, which is showing that we could have a momentum wave pick us up all the way back up to this top. Now, if we get rejected at $2 and then start to come back down, I would say that that is the top, and I would just at least sit back and watch, because it could bounce all the way up or it could come crashing down. But so far, we are very, very bullish here on XRP, in my opinion. And, you know, lots of good news. What if Gary Gensler ends the case? You know, Coinbase relist, Kraken relist, whatever the case may be. In my opinion, don't sell to make a quick buck at the moment. If you just sit back and wait, guarantee you this will be over $2 in the next couple weeks, if not in the next day or so. So just wanted to make sure I brought that up. Again, looking here on the 4-hour, we could be printing a buy signal down here. Price targets are going to be that $2, maybe up to $2.26. If we blow past those, this thing could just skyrocket upwards. If we go ahead and look at, where is it at? Here's the Bitcoin to XRP chart on the 15-minute. Let me switch it to the hourly. We can see that we're forming a symmetrical triangle, and I have the candle bodies on this here. We actually broke through about 2 hours ago, confirmed it an hour ago, and now could be potentially moving to the upside. So XRP to me is looking very, very bullish. You know, here on the 30-minute, we are above, finally above this moving average. And if we come back to this chart, go to the 30-minute, and throw on this moving average here, we can see this 30-minute moving average is red at this point. If we go to the previous one, we started red when we got above it, and it started to trend blue or uptrend. This is when we finally broke out. We go to this one here. We were red. We got above it. It kind of got red a little bit more. We started, and we moved to the upside. So this happened in all of the breakouts. We can see right here, we finally are starting to get above it. We're getting towards the end of this symmetrical triangle here. So in the next couple hours, we could start to see the momentum pick up and we actually break to the upside. Now, remember, anything can happen, but as of right now, things tend to be repeating themselves. Lots of interest. A lot of people are thinking XRP is going to go to zero, thinking Bitcoin's going to dump. And usually whatever you think is going to happen, the opposite happens. So right now, I'm sitting back waiting, but in the end, I definitely think that we are actually most likely going to go up by tomorrow. So if you enjoyed that, you know, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be streaming on Twitch a little bit later. We're going to try to make some more 12, 20K trades in the short term using some 7 to 10x leverage. So if you like that, come check it out, but I'll catch you guys in the next one.